Hi, welcome back to my journal journey. Today I am in the middle of setting up my new journal for 2025, and with setting up a new journal, I am taking a lot of time this year to look at resetting, reviewing, reflecting, so that I can have a greater chance of completing goals this year. So, when starting to look at reset processes, I pulled out my trusty long term collections journal. I really need a sticker for the front. This is just where I keep lists, ideas, and stuff. If it doesn't go anywhere and I want to keep it longer than just my scrappy catch-all journal, I'll put it in here. Earlier this year or last year, I made a reset ideas page, but I think it could do with a bit of updating or just looking at again. Is it really what I want now? So the first thing that I did was think about why. Why do I want to reset? Is it for mental clarity? Is it to declutter? Or is it just to set myself up to have a really great day, week, month, or year? I have read on, I think, a blog post that the person who was writing the blog post splits their reset into planning, chores, and self care. So I am going to jot that down just for my reference. So planning, chores, and self care. But for me, I would like to include another important step, which is review and reflect. I think that's a super important step in the reset routine. I have just dipped my toes into reviewing this year, and it's really, really helped me. So it's something that I want to continue to develop on next year. I would love to have a daily reset routine, but I'm a bit rubbish at keeping them up, and I want to set myself up for success, not failure. And when going into a new year, we can have lots and lots of ideas of, I want to achieve X, Y, and Z, but actually it's just too much. So I have made a list of things that ideally I'd like to get done within my house. Some of these will be weekly, some of these will be monthly, and I'm going to go through and decide which one I want them in. I am quite enjoying my pinks and my blues, and I want monthly to be pink and weekly to be blue. So brain dump, I want to do that weekly. I tend to put it in my large notebook and I call it all the thoughts. I did use I think it was from Jashy Corinne, and I think she called it a trigger list. I just put brain dump at the bottom and a bunch of ideas for what you could call the list. I went with all the thoughts. I really like this here, so I'm glad I included it. And I go through the list. Sometimes I find it more beneficial than other times. It might be something that I update later on in the year. So brain dump weekly. I want to get better at doing weekly budgets. When I was working towards a goal, it was a really important goal, I was on it with my budget. When it's just, save as much as possible, I'm not very good. Events and dates need doing weekly, so you know what's coming. Review goals, want to say weekly. Job checking, again weekly, because I've split my household chores to deep clean every area, and I split it up weekly. Meal plan weekly. Shopping and washing happen weekly. Put stuff away. I really want that to be daily, so I just accumulate junk ever such a lot. Same with wipe down all my units. And BJ check-in. And meditate. Review tasks will be a weekly. Bathrooms and kitchen. It would be a quick wipe down daily, but a clean weekly. Emails, I would love to do them weekly, but it's never going to happen. That one I definitely want monthly. Weekly. I'm going to put photos as monthly, only because I've got so much weekly. Looking at these, I've got review goals in both weekly and monthly. It may be that I do the same with some of these, where it's a quick look weekly but a more in-depth monthly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll tally them up just because my little flip out for my new journal is not that big. And monthly. Which ones do I also want to do monthly? Monthly budget, definitely. That needs to happen on a bigger scale monthly. Same with that one. I think that's the main. So if I just find a pen for daily, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 tasks. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tasks. Pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tasks. Then I do also want, because I want this to be a nice thing, something that I look forward to, and to include some self-care. I do quite want to put 3 self-care tasks. So I want one to be read or podcast. Just to sit. So to have a nice luxury hot chocolate or really nice coffee and just to sit and appreciate, whether that's with a candle or something. I'm not sure about the third one. I want to give that a bit more thought. So that's 10, that's 21, 23. I don't think I've got enough spaces. 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wow. So it's going to get taped in to the side of my journal, that side. I want 3 self-care and 4 daily. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 weekly. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 6 monthly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I've miscounted. I've only got 5. I might have to just combine 2 of them, the photos and the emails, together for 1 point. I am going to transfer all of these across to here and I'll check in a moment. So I've spent some time reviewing my list. May have put my dots in a tad too early because I have got some spare just through. These are so closely linked that I will probably do them at the same time. If you can hear any background noise, I do apologise. The wind is atrocious today. For this list, I am going to tape it into my long-term collections, and what I might do is just date it because I'm very good at making these lists. However, as you've just seen, I'm not the best at knowing when the list was made. So I've got it for future references. And this was made in December 2024. So what I'm going to do is pull out my new journal and tape it into the top, and then I've got my key to put at the bottom. So I'm going to do that off camera just because with the placement of the round bits, it's nerve-wracking enough without trying to film it. Okay, so I've put in my key and my reset routine at the sides. It's a bit tight. If I was going to do it again, I'd chop off one line between these two so that they're not as cramped as they are. I mean, because it's just washi taped in, I might do that anyway. Now that I've saved any slight reason not to use this, and I know that I'll take it, so I want to set myself up for success. See what I said about doing it on camera? Off camera, this took no time at all. On camera, I'm finding it really difficult. It's a little bit further down, but I will take it. And then flips out. Might just put another bit of washi tape over the top just to make it that little bit more secure. And I'm using this blue from the Paper Lobster, which is an online shop that I came across and I fell in love with. I can't spend too much time on there, otherwise I think I'd end up going broke. As I've got older, I have absolutely enjoyed buying things from smaller independent shops, like being Bethany Rose, the Paper Lobster, Ups a Daisy. There we go. My reset routine is in my journal, so I can access it from any page throughout my journal. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.